Alright, man. This truck I've dubbed Big Bird is its name. And this is it. I decided to make you a little video, give you a little bit more closer up look on it. Paint is pretty good all the way around. Like I said, you know, you got a little nick here and there just from road debris. But like I mentioned in the post, really the only thing major was the blue reflective striping. You got some of the detail striping there kind of flaking off. But that vinyl stuff with the reflective in it don't seem to last too long because it's really thin. It's almost like a foilish type base to it, if you know what I mean. But you know, it depends on what you're doing it for. Most people that's looked at it were intended on painting it in the first place. I don't know if that's something you're wanting to do. However, you know, you got your spots. That's really the worst of it in the front and around there. Everything else is pretty much straight, just where the creases are here and there. A little scratch there, nothing deep, just in the stripe itself. It's not down even into the paint itself, the yellow part. All the handles on this are the Excellence branded handles, which is the maker of the module box. Of course, you got all your scene light, load light, rear strobes, back step. Everything else is pretty much perfect back here. You don't really have hardly any scratches at all, even in the blue. No dents in the tailgate area on your back step, load step. Again, this truck does have a air ride. Sorry, I got hooked on some thorns here. Sorry about the cot in the way. Sure, you don't care about that. You can, the truck lowers when you open the back. Makes it kind of convenient, especially in our business for patients and whatnot, loading them. Anyway, rear dual tires are in what I would consider good shape still. Your beauty rings are all intact. Phoenix all the way around, I do believe. Again, you got nothing major, just some tree rubbings there on the edge, just slightly. Nothing that good cleaning up would do wonders for this truck. And like I said, most likely take this striping off if it's something you were planning on doing and not having to paint it. You just take it off and just make it yellow, or if you're planning on painting, I guess the striping really don't matter to you. Anyway, all the tires are good. Like I said, the rings are all on and intact, not dented, nice and shiny still. All the handles are in great shape. One reason why I like the Excellence box is because of their the way their handles are. Their interior compartments are made to take a beating, because in this business they take a beating. You got these crews that work EMS, you know, it's not their ride, so a lot of times they don't take into account that, you know, this is still a company vehicle and they need to take care of it. They get in a hurry, you know, in emergency situations, and they fling and throw and chuck things here and there. I'll get this caught out of here for you here later, but flooring's got the plates in it for the brackets that hold the cots. But once the cot's out of here, basically flat, all this stuff comes off. If you don't need a cot antler for the ambulance, I know you said you weren't going to be using his name, so I can just take that off there. Because it actually goes with this cot. The cot latch has already been taken off. So once that's out of here, everything else just needs a wiping down. Got some goo on it where my mechanics were in here working. Other than that, it's in real good shape. You know, the flooring's still good. Just needs a good cleaning and a wiping down. It's been sanitized already, I will say that. There wasn't any blood in here or anything from our use. We cleaned them all, and then the mechanic started working on getting them all cleaned out and stuff, and that's what these grease print hands are for my grease monkeys. Anyway, you know, the cabinetry in here is all metal. All these are steel or whatever they are, but they're all metal and got multiple compartments up here. So these are on slides. Here, all the sunks, like I said, you know, you're not using it as nameless, but you got your vacuum system. Your oxygen is all piped to separate nipples over here and over here, and this one don't have one in the top, but it's all piped into this side box you can get to from outside. Holds a main O2 tank. I don't know if O2 is something you could use, but it's all functioning in perfect working condition. Everything's been pressure tested. That's one thing we have to do to inspect them, and that's one thing we did do, but hadn't got it actually state inspected yet for the Board of EMS. But other than that, everything else works. Like I said, your suction, oxygen, all your controls are back here. They all work. Heat and air worked just the other day when I was here. Had it started for another guy. Yeah, more compartments. Best thing to do is, you know, once you're here, you can see it for yourself. You know, all your interior lights got high and low beam. Your middle fluorescents all work. Like I said, you got the slide into the cab, along with some cabinetry under there, and then your jump seat and your bench seat. So that's a little bit of it. Interior, still got the mats in it from where I bought it. Like I said, this was just purchased in September, I believe it was. That's what I told you. September or October. Pretty sure September, about the third week of September, I went and picked it up. It's got all your compartments in there, everything to hold your accessories. Of course, being an ambulance, you know, you have to carry your triangle reflective markers and stuff like that. Your siren drivers are in here and everything. Your scene lights, load lights, all your emergencies, strobes, horns, spotlight, little accessory light. All that stuff works. Now, keep in mind, I did just get here. I brought the keys with me. And if I'm not mistaken, it's about 10 degrees. Actual mileage is 124,492. Air ride is all hooked up through the emergency wiring, so you have to have your master on to inflate your air ride with the compressor in the back. Now it's really, really cold. Gotta love a diesel. And she starts right up, not plugged in or anything. You don't find that in a 7.3, especially one 15 years old. I have to say this truck was very, very well taken care of. Pretty much everything is new. They replaced the whole top part of the engine, apparently. And Lifestar first got the truck from the fire department. I don't know if I told you or not, but it come from Lifestar Emergency Vehicles. It was one other owner, which was one of the township fire departments somewhere here in Ohio, and they it come up with a problem. A bunch of stuff stopped working in the back, and started running real funny. Well, they took it. They were shopping around anyway for a new ambulance. They found one they liked, and of course it come from Lifestar Rescue. They are a dealer for Braun ambulances, and they went and ended up trading this in because they didn't know what was wrong with it. So Lifestar have some of the most skilled guys in there I've ever seen. They all are experts on specifically ambulances. They got a guy who is over all electrical components, a guy that's over just emergency type stuff, so lights, sirens, stuff like that, and then they got their body guys that actually take the modules off and reinstall them, certify them. Super guys, very, very smart, knowledgeable fellas. And they took this truck basically and just started changing anything and everything, and no one could figure it out. And come to find out, it was the actual Excellence has their own wiring harness that goes from the front to the back to power all that stuff up there. And there was a short in one of the wires, and they couldn't find it doing scans and stuff. So come to find out, after basically replacing everything on the motor, it was a wiring harness. They changed it out, and it's been running perfect ever since. So that was a little problem with it. But like I told you, I got it for $11,900 back in September, and it's running good, getting nice and warm in here. Got the little thing pop off there like it seems to be with every Ford I've ever owned. Other than that, you get some sticky residue where those guys had something sticking in it. Other than that, I mean, the truck's in for 2,000, especially a squad. Now keep in mind, it did come from a township, so it was taken care of, We, being private EMS, luckily this didn't get into the hands of my employees yet, so it's not been abused. But anyway, hopefully this video shows you a little bit more, and if you have any questions, just let me know, man. I'll talk to you soon.